Hey, Reggie, up until the day I was so cool on rap. I'm sick of rap, man, because all these young guys want to do all day, every day is bang on stuff and rap about who they gonna shoot and what pill they gonna pop. I can't sleep, I can't think, I can't do none of that, man, but your song changed all that. It reminds me of a proverb that goes, each one reach one, each one teach one. And it was so fitting because that's what we want to do for these youth today. We want to teach to them. We want to reach to them because it gives us an opportunity to right some of the wrongs that we have caused in our communities. My name is Dion Parker. And since this is the Droppin' Knowledge Forum, the knowledge I want to drop on you is that you have a purpose. And your purpose is why you were created. It's the gift that is within inside of you that you must share with the world. You see, everything and everyone has a purpose. The clothes that you're wearing have a purpose to keep you covered. The cell phone that you use has a purpose to keep you connected. Even the food that you eat has a purpose to keep you alive. So if non-living things have a purpose, certainly you as a living being have a purpose. Now, you may feel like you don't have purpose because of what you may be going through or what you may have went through. You may feel like you don't have purpose because of your environment. You may also feel like you don't have purpose because you feel neglected and you don't feel wanted, in which I can relate to, because when I was younger, I felt neglected and I didn't feel wanted. Just yesterday, I was looking at the America's Most Wanted list, which is a list of people who are wanted throughout America by the police for a crime or crimes that they may have committed. And I thought to myself, had those people felt wanted earlier in life, perhaps they wouldn't be wanted now. So in case you feel neglected, in case you don't feel wanted, I want you to know, we want you to know that you are wanted. In fact, I'm putting you on America's Most Wanted list because your purpose is wanted by America. So pay close attention because I'm hoping to get you turned. I'm hoping to get you lit so that you can go after your purpose and fulfill your destiny. And now I want to share a story with you of a young Christian teenager who stayed in the projects. He was sitting outside of his apartment that someone had broken into the day before and stole his Xbox. Everybody heard what happened in the neighborhood, including the local 17-year-old drug dealer. So while the Christian teenager was sitting on the steps, the local drug dealer approached him and said, "Dang, bruh, that's crazy, bro. I heard what happened, man. Somebody came in and stole your Xbox. That's crazy, though. But dig this, man. I know your family ain't got the money to buy you another one, so I got a situation for you, man. I'll give you the money to buy you another Xbox, but you got to come to court and say that my brother is a saint because you know he just caught a case, and we need somebody like you to come to court and say that he is a saint." And so the Christian teenager said, "I can't do that. I was raised in a Christian home. I was taught not to lie. Besides, your brother is no saint. Just last week, he tried to get me to pop a molly and sip on some lean." And so the drug dealer said, "All right, I ain't tripping then. That's just you. You ain't going to be able to play Xbox this summer." So he began to walk away. So the Christian teenager said, "All right, man, I'll do it. I'll come to court and say that your brother is a saint. But you got to give me the money now so I can go buy me another Xbox." So the drug dealer said, "All right, I ain't tripping. But if you don't come to court, me and my gang, man, we going to come back and clown flat out on your whole family, man. And I put that on everything." So the Christian teenager said, "It's all right. I'm coming to court to say that your brother is a saint." So on the day of court, the Christian teenager was asked to testify. "Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God?" "Yes, I do." "DeMarcus, what can you tell us about Gary, a.k.a. Lil Monster?" "Well, I can tell you that he is a drug dealer, a bank robber, and a car thief. But compared to his brother, he is a saint." Now, that story might have some humor to it, but I don't want you to miss what it's teaching you. See, that story is teaching you that you can take any situation in your life that appears to be bad and turn it to your advantage, just like that Christian teenager did, without changing who he was and what he stood for. You see, I'm going to keep it real with you. You see, I'm in prison because I compromised who I was when I was younger, when I was offered to sell drugs. And I did it because that what was all around me. I didn't see a way out for me. I didn't think to take the negative situation that I was born into and turn it to my advantage. I just believed that because I was raised in hopelessness and raised in poverty and raised in an environment where I didn't see people in pursuit of their value and their purpose, that I didn't have value and purpose to pursue. So consequently, I involved myself in unlawful activities that devalued myself, my family, and my community, which ultimately landed me in prison. And now I am labeled a menace to society. And a menace is a person who subtracts from society, who is seen as no one but bringing problems and chaos to the world. And once you have been attached a menace, it is hard to disassociate yourself from that label, making it difficult for people to even want to deal with you. But now, after going to prison for the third time, after being shot 7 times on 2 occasions, and after being stabbed, I have finally discovered my purpose, which is to motivate and encourage other people. And there are 4 things that I want to share with you today that you can do to discover your purpose so that you will not end up where I am or go through some of the things that I have went through. The first thing you want to do to discover your purpose is you want to evolve mentally. And I will share with you what that means here shortly. But I'm sure that there are people that are telling you or have told you that you needed to change. Because that is what people told me all my life. Dion, you need to change this. Dion, you need to change that. People were always telling me that I needed to change something. And I'm sure that they had good intentions because I was a hot mess. I was out of control. I was that wild juvenile. But here's the thing. They were all wrong. Because I did not have to change anything. I had to evolve mentally. You see, there's a huge difference between when you change and when you evolve mentally. Because when you change, you are more likely to go back into what you used to be into. Let me illustrate this thing for you because I really don't want you to miss it. This is the mentality that I'm currently wrapped up in. I'm selling drugs. I'm a leader of a gang. I'm popping pills. I'm sipping lean. I'm doing everything that I'm getting tired of doing. And because I'm so tired of doing it, this is what I do. Man, I'm sick of this lifestyle. I'm cool on this lifestyle. I ain't finna get shot. I ain't finna get killed. I'm finna get me a new life. Nah, I'm not on it. Can't go through this, man. I got kids. And I'm gonna be here for them. Can't do it no more. So I change into a new mentality. Now I am working. Now I am paying taxes. Now I have to submit to urine analysis just to keep my job. But hold up. This ain't working right. Because when I was out there, I didn't have to pay the government out of the money that I was making from selling drugs. When I was out there, I wasn't being told what to do by somebody. I was the leader of a gang telling somebody else what to do. When I was out there, I didn't have to submit to urine analysis just after I just did a Molly or some lean. So I'm uncomfortable with all this. And because I'm uncomfortable, this is what I do. Man, they fooling. Hey, bruh, come get me, man. I ain't on this, bruh. Come get me, man. And I got a couple bands, man. Make sure you bring a pack, bruh. I'm about to go back out here and clown, man. That's what I'm about to do. So because I'm uncomfortable, I change back into what I used to be into. But see, when you evolve, that means that you gradually grow out of something that you can no longer fit. To grow, evolve mentally is to evolve out of a negative mindset that you can no longer fit into. It's just like when you evolve physically. When you evolve physically, you can no longer fit into the clothes that you used to fit into. Look at yourself right now. You can no longer fit into the clothes of an infant. You can no longer fit into the clothes of a toddler because you have evolved physically. And that's how it is when you evolve mentally. You can no longer fit into the clothes of a gangbanger. You can no longer fit into the clothes of a drug dealer. You can no longer fit into the clothes of a pill popper because you have evolved. And now you realize that you have purpose. And that if you want to soar to great heights like the eagles, then you cannot afford to hang out with the turkeys. And the turkeys are the people that mean you no good because all they do is walk around gobbling, waiting for their heads to be chopped off so that they can be placed on a menu. And when you are on a menu, people are eating off of you, because that is what people do from a menu. They eat from it. You see, currently, the system is eating off of me. It's benefiting off of me because I have chosen to place myself on the menu. Just last week, I had an 18-year-old come to my rack. Bro, look at these pictures I got just from my dude, man. He out there, he eating, bro. He up, he eating. So I'm looking at the picture. So I'm saying, you consider him out there eating, huh? Which means he's making a lot of money selling drugs. But here's what you don't realize. This brother is only setting himself up to be placed on a menu, and then the system will be eating off of him. And then he will be in here, just like us, starving for his freedom. That is not what I want for you. I want you to have a seat at the table where people will behave like waiters and waitresses, waiting on you to serve you a feast of opportunities from a menu. And once you have been served those opportunities, all you have to do is dig into those opportunities as if you're at an all-you-can-eat restaurant like London Correctional. And once you are full of opportunities and you can't take in any more, you begin to share the leftovers of opportunities with other youth that are also starving to discover their purpose. The second thing you want to do to discover your purpose is you want to get strong mentally. Because as you evolve mentally, there will be a lot of negativity that will come at you to try to stop you from growing. You see, I'm in prison because I had a weak mentality. And because I did not have a strong mind, I allowed negative people, places, and things to take me off the path of my purpose. Let me put it mathematically for you. Because I did not subtract myself from some bad people, because I did not divide myself from some bad places and things, it multiplied my chances of getting in trouble, which eventually made me an addition to the prison system. But even after adding and summing all that up, it still doesn't equal out to me being a failure, because a failure is not a person. A failure is an event, which means that you can always get it right no matter what you have done. A weak mentality can always be made strong, just like a weak body can always be made strong. Just surround yourself by positive people, places, and things. And let me say this, because this really needs to be said. When you are strong mentally, you will realize that your purpose is not to be out there selling drugs. Oh, my bad. Let me put it another way where you could probably understand it. Your purpose is not to be out there trapping in some trap house just to get to the cheese. Because if you listen to the word trapping, if you listen to the word trapping, if you listen to the word trapping, that's exactly what it is. A trap to get you trapped in a prison system that you don't want to be in. Answer me this. Do you think that if a mouse had the mentality of a man, that it would voluntarily run up on a mouse trap to get to the cheese, knowing that its neck will be snapped and that it will be left in a dead state? Telepathically, which means I'm reading your mind, I'm assuming you said no. So why would you do it? Because prison is nothing but a big mouse trap. And because you are so thirsty to get to the cheese, you will eventually find yourself in a prison cell that snaps the neck of your spirit and leaves you in a dead state. Trapping will only lead you to the real trap house, which is prison. And then you will be in the same rat hole with me, crying and begging on the phone for your family to put some cheese on your books. And don't tell me that you won't be in here begging and crying on the phones. Boy, bye. I see grown men do it every day. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to because I can't see through this screen. But if this applies to you, and you're going to continue to trap by selling drugs, you may as well change your name to Mickey. And if you're a female and you're attracted to Mickey, you may as well change your name to Minnie. And the both of you should go try to get a job at Disney World and hang out with Goofy and greet people as they come into the park. Hi, I'm Mickey. Hi, I'm Minnie. We like being a mouse. Get rid of that mouse mentality and develop your purpose. The third thing you want to do to develop your purpose is you want to deposit and get clear information into you, to invest in the whatever purpose that you're going after. It's like this. You may not have the opportunity to do this yet, but you soon will. It is similar to a bank. When a person goes into a bank, they go in there to set up an account. From that account, they can make deposits into that account, which means that they can put money into that account. At a later date, they may want to go get some of that same money from that account that they deposited into. So they make a withdrawal, which means that they take money out of it to invest in whatever it is that they want to invest in. That is how you have to do it. You have to deposit information into the bank of your mentality so that you can withdraw it at a later date to invest in the purpose that you are going after. This is a must because there are people out here banking on you. And when you have done that, you will realize that it does not matter how you were raised, because you are not limited by the place of your birth. You are not limited by the color of your skin, nor are you limited by the events of your past. You are only limited by the size of your hope. Heavy said it earlier. See, if you got hope and you put it with some faith, you can begin to establish your purpose. But it is going to require you to dive deep within yourself to do it. The best way I can describe it is through the lens of a deep sea diver. You see, when a person goes deep sea diving, he or she dives deep within the ocean to discover the beauty and the treasure that lies beneath its surface. And that's what you have to do. You have to dive deep within yourself to discover the beauty and the treasure that lies beneath your surface so that you can become an asset to society. And an asset is a person that adds to it and not seen as that menace that I spoke about early that takes away from it. It is time for you to develop your purpose. Now, the last thing you have to do after you have evolved mentally, after you have gotten strong mentally, and after you have deposited the information that you need, it's time for you to go after your purpose. And the way you go after your purpose is you have to start seeing time differently. See, you have to start seeing time in your hands to go after your purpose and not on your hands as if you have all day. Because when time is in your hands, you are in control. But when it's on it, it's not. Here's an illustration for you. This is my watch, which is indicative of time.